Most people believe that building wealth requires a high-paying job, a lucky break, or being born into the right family. But what if the real secret was something far simpler? What if ordinary people could transform their financial futures with just one habit that costs nothing to start? Over the past few decades, researchers have tracked hundreds of self-made millionaires who started with little to nothing. They worked regular jobs, graduated with empty bank accounts, and faced the same financial challenges as everyone else. Yet within 10 years, something remarkable happened. Their net worth began climbing into the millions. The difference wasn't luck, inheritance, or genius. It was a single practice they committed to every single day. The habit that changed everything was consistent saving and investing, paired with the silent power of compound interest. This isn't about getting rich quick or finding a secret loophole. It's about understanding how money multiplies when given time and consistency. When someone saves 20% of their income from day one and lets it grow, something extraordinary happens behind the scenes. The money doesn't just sit there. It starts working, earning returns that generate their own returns. Each dollar saved becomes a worker that never takes a break, never calls in sick, and gets more productive every single year. Here's how it unfolds in real life. Imagine starting at age 25 with $5,000 invested at an 8% annual return. After the first year, that investment grows to $5,400. Most people would see $400 and think it's barely worth the effort, but this is where patience separates the wealthy from everyone else. By year 2, the return isn't calculated on just the original $5,000. It's calculated on the new balance of $5,400, generating $432. The snowball has begun rolling. By year 10, without adding another penny, that initial investment has grown to nearly $11,000. The person hasn't worked harder or earned more. They simply let time do the heavy lifting. But the real magic happens when someone combines that first deposit with monthly contributions. Adding just $100 every month transforms the equation completely. That same person who started with $5,000 and contributes $100 monthly will have accumulated over $29,000 in 10 years. The interest earned alone reaches $7,000. Now, extend that timeline to 20 or 30 years, and the numbers become life-changing. This is why wealthy people don't chase quick wins. They understand that patience and consistency compound into wealth that lasts. Research into self-made millionaires reveals patterns that anyone can follow. 86% of them liked or loved what they did for a living. And this wasn't by accident. When people enjoy their work, they're willing to invest more hours, learn more skills, and push through challenges that would stop others. Loving your job doesn't mean it's always easy or fun. It means finding purpose and satisfaction in the daily grind. Those who accumulated millions through this path worked an average of 50 hours per week, not because they were forced to, but because they were building something meaningful. Their passion translated into promotions, raises, and opportunities that accelerated their savings rate. Another cornerstone habit was living below their means. 64% of millionaires described their homes as modest even when they could afford luxury. Over half bought used cars instead of new ones. They spent less than $6,000 annually on vacations, and many spent even less. This wasn't about being cheap or depriving themselves. It was about making intentional choices that prioritized long-term freedom over short-term status. Every dollar spent on a flashy car or oversized house was a dollar that couldn't compound. Every luxury purchase delayed financial independence. The wealthy understood this trade-off and chose differently. They also eliminated debt aggressively. Outside of their home mortgages, self-made millionaires worked to reduce and eliminate all consumer debt. Credit cards, car loans, and personal loans were paid off as quickly as possible. This discipline freed up cash flow that could be redirected toward investments. The same compound interest that builds wealth in savings accounts works in reverse on debt. Carrying a balance on a high-interest credit card means paying interest on interest, watching money evaporate instead of grow. Avoiding this trap was non-negotiable for those who built lasting wealth. 93% of wealthy individuals who had mentors attributed their success to that guidance. Mentors provided shortcuts, helping them avoid costly mistakes and accelerate their learning. Finding someone who has already achieved your goals isn't as hard as it sounds. Most successful people are willing to share their knowledge if approached with genuine curiosity and respect. The mentor relationship works because it transfers decades of experience in a fraction of the time. Instead of learning through trial and error, mentees can skip straight to proven strategies. Reading was another habit that defined the wealthy. 88% spent at least 30 minutes each day on self-education through books. They read biographies, self-improvement guides, history, and industry-specific materials. This wasn't casual browsing or entertainment. It was deliberate learning aimed at expanding knowledge and sharpening decision-making skills. When asked how he learned to build rockets, one billionaire entrepreneur simply said he read books. Reading builds vocabulary, enhances critical thinking, and keeps the mind sharp. It also exposes people to ideas and perspectives they wouldn't encounter otherwise. Physical health played a surprising role in wealth accumulation. Wealthy individuals prioritized exercise, healthy eating, and adequate sleep. They understood that sustained success requires energy, focus, and mental clarity. Neglecting health might save time in the short term, but it costs productivity and longevity in the long run. Many successful people meditated daily, creating mental space to think clearly and make better decisions. This wasn't about perfection or extreme discipline. It was about treating the body and mind as assets that needed maintenance. Goal setting was another universal practice. 67% of millionaires wrote down their goals, breaking them into monthly and annual targets. This wasn't wishful thinking or vague daydreaming. It was specific, measurable planning that created accountability. Written goals act as a roadmap guiding daily decisions and keeping long-term vision in focus. Without clear goals, it's easy to drift, making choices that feel good in the moment but don't align with bigger ambitions. The wealthy avoided this trap by defining exactly what they wanted and reviewing progress regularly. Building a strong network was equally important. 80% of millionaires surrounded themselves with positive, goal-oriented people. They avoided negative influences and sought out individuals who uplifted and challenged them. This network included attorneys, accountants, financial advisors, and other professionals who provided expertise and support. Success rarely happens in isolation. Having smart, dedicated people around you multiplies your effectiveness and opens doors that would otherwise stay closed. The wealthy understood this and invested time in building meaningful relationships. Diversification of income was another key strategy. 65% of millionaires had 3 streams of income, 45% had 4, and 29% had 5. This wasn't about working multiple jobs simultaneously. It was about creating passive income sources that didn't require constant attention. Real estate investments, dividend-paying stocks, side businesses, and royalties all contributed to financial security. Multiple income streams provide stability, ensuring that losing one source doesn't derail financial progress. They also accelerate wealth accumulation by channeling more money into savings and investments. The concept of paying yourself first ensured that savings happened before spending. Wealthy individuals automated transfers to retirement accounts and investment portfolios, treating savings as a non-negotiable expense. This removed the temptation to spend what was left over at the end of the month. Most people save what remains after covering bills and discretionary purchases, which often means saving nothing at all. Reversing this order ensures that future needs are met before current wants. It's a simple shift that produces dramatic results over time. Calculated risk-taking separated the wealthy from the cautious. 63% of millionaires took strategic risks as they built their fortunes. These weren't reckless gambles or emotional decisions. They were informed choices based on research, planning, and calculated probability. Risk-averse individuals often miss opportunities because they fear failure more than they desire success. The wealthy balanced caution with boldness, understanding that avoiding all risk also meant avoiding all growth. They accepted that some ventures would fail. This happens because of compound interest's exponential nature. Early contributions have more time to multiply, creating a foundation that later contributions can't match. The difference isn't marginal. It's hundreds of thousands of dollars. This is why financial advisors constantly emphasize starting now, no matter how small the initial amount. Discipline ties all these habits together. Without discipline, knowledge means nothing. Understanding compound interest doesn't help if contributions are inconsistent. Anyone can adopt these practices. The barrier isn't money or opportunity, it's commitment. Starting today, even with small amounts, sets a process in motion that compounds into something extraordinary. The choice is simple, but the impact lasts a lifetime.